Hello, chat. Welcome to a very exciting stream for me personally, and maybe for nobody else. Today we're doing Platinum number 50. I talked about it last Dark Souls 3 stream that we would be doing Lies of P soon, and here we are. Have not streamed in a while on account of I've been extremely busy. I'm now in a bit of a different location than I normally stream in, so there may be some unexpected background noise that is unusual. If so, I'm sorry, and oh well, who cares? I have one viewer anyway. Today we are doing Lies of P. We have one trophy left, which is to listen to all the records. We have one record left to obtain. The only thing standing in between me and getting that record is beating Luxatia the Complete on New Game Plus, who I stopped right beforehand because I've been playing this game off stream in the brief amounts of time that I have had to myself. And then also we might try fighting Arlecchino on New Game Plus because I think he's fun, and it might be a fun thing to do also in this stream since I'm going to be here anyway. So, here we are, Lies of P. I will load into the game. I'm excited. I'm excited because, you know, for me, I started, I guess you could say, collecting platinums. I don't know if I'd really even word it that way. First platinum was Persona 5, the original release, and I platinumed that in 2017, around 8 years ago, which is insane. It's not been 8 years yet because it was late 2017. And from there, we have done difficult games, we have done easy games, we've done things in between. We've got one platinum that you can't even get anymore because it was for a beta of a game that got new trophies when it fully released, and now the full version of that game is offline and you can't play it anymore. So I'm maybe one of the only people that has the platinum trophy for that. To clarify, it is the beta for Multiverses, which I played a ton of when it was in beta. And the game was fun, and the game was fun on launch too, regardless. Here we are. We've got the little antlers for, you know, Chopper. I'm using the Glaive right now because it's really fun. And it's cool in New Game Plus to use because I have more knowledge of the movesets, and the little parry dash is really fun. Anyways, I don't really want this to be streamed too long because I maybe have some other things going on later this afternoon. So, let's go into Luxatia's room. I got a little mild sinus thing anaphylactic, so, you know, that's how it is sometimes. Now, Luxatia might be kind of a challenge. Worst case scenario is switch to the Rose Sword and, like, two-shot her. Because that's what I did on the game cycle, because I was trying out the Rose Sword after I did it. It does unbelievable amounts of damage on this side. But this weapon's more fun because I have to, like, actually engage with the bosses while doing ridiculous amounts of damage as opposed to just, like, getting in until I've got maybe doing it. Okay, sorry, that's my way. Hopefully the game's not too loud. I'm actually going to turn it down just a touch. Coming at us. one. Easy peasy. Also, I don't know. I do want to do Arlecchino because I think this is going to be pretty fast, and Arlecchino will maybe be longer? I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Maybe I should have done, like, all the Arch Abbey in the stream, but...
Oh, Simon. Your sword, Vexasia, swears to protect this tower.
If I knew any of her attack patterns, it'd probably be easier. Our damage looks good there, though, so we'll be fine. Also, there might be situations where Cataclysm comes in handy. I was worried on the first run that this was going to be, like, completely free, and then it was going to be kind of disappointing, and the stream was going to be, like, 5 minutes, and then now I'm getting my ass kicked, so... Really, the issue is, like, that I just keep getting hits, and then I get shocked, and then I don't have the energy to use my encounters from the weapon. That's the
only took us like 3 or 4 tries. No big deal, no big deal, no big deal.
Oh, Sir Simon. Only you. With the
There's the only barrier in the way gone. Let's go forward and do the thing with Sophia really quick. I don't even think I'm going to finish this playthrough. I don't know if I'm going to or not. I guess if I ever want to play New Game Plus 2, I'm going to finish it out. Let's quickly do this real fast.
I'm gonna skip the dialogue. Sorry. Now her hair is all long. Let's take this back to the hotel. And then with Luxatia defeated, we should be able to go find the whatever his name is. His name's like Test Subject 526 or whatever. In Rosa Isabella Street. And buy the CD from him. Or not the CD, the vinyl. I know what I'm talking about, okay? Put that on for now to get the humanity out of it. And then let me quickly check who the heck we're supposed to talk to here. Valentina.
With uncertainties as in fields aside despite her. Welcome to...
Resets his personality. I think she's passed away, right? If I remember correctly. And I think it's this letter gets another page added to it once you beat the DLC as well, which is good. We can take the... Okay, so I know we could just go straight and get the platinum right now. Over here. But let's go try and fight Arlecchino. Because I want to fight him. And I think it would be fun to have both Luxatia and Arlecchino be the gatekeepers to the platinum. This is, of course, assuming that I can even beat Arlecchino. Which I think I can. It depends on how much of his moveset I have forgotten how to handle. Worst case, we could just summon Leia. But, let's see. Switch Grindstone. I want the perfect block Grindstone. Because I don't know how to dodge the phase 2 attack, or how to block the phase 2 attack, because I'm bad at the game. And then we'll switch this to the Puppet Destroyer, and then maybe we switch this to something else. But I think honestly, I think this is Cerberus is probably fine. Let's go.
Where's the legend I faced before? Shut up, you filthy puppet! Oh, no. I must ask. Did you actually believe you could save your beloved apprentice? Pathetic! And who might you be? Tick-tock. Romeo's on the clock, and you appear to be nothing but talk. Why risked your life for another? How could you even conceive of it?
I just...
Ladies and gentlemen, I, Armakino, will analyze the only being that matters, the human soul. Come on, let's keep going. Wow, you really think you can win? Remarkable.
This won't be too bad, I don't think. I just gotta get used to it a little bit. Really, the biggest thing to get used to is the fact that I can't punish his phase 1 attacks with charged heavies on this weapon. Because the first R2 takes longer than the weapon I was using to fight him. If I get to the point where I'm reacting to his phase 1 attacks, the final hits of them with
Tick-tock, Romeo's on the clock, and you appear to be nothing but talk. Ouch! Why risk your life for another? How can you even conceive of it? Is only truly honest when their life is on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, I, Armakino, will analyze the only being that matters, the human soul. Come on, let's keep going. Remarkable!
We're getting there. We'd probably be, considering how I'm barely using the glaive parries, we'd probably be in a better position if I was using the rose sword. You know what? Maybe this is gonna trivialize it, and then I'm gonna be sad that I did it this way. But let's try doing it like this.
Tick-tock, Romeo's on the clock, and you appear to be nothing but talk.
That's it, baby. That's it. Right there, that's
You have to spoil the fun.
I almost thought that killing these two bosses would take them. We did both. Four tries in a row, you know? Learning how to block this boss, he was so good at stuff.
It was fun while it lasted.
ending cutscene. If you want to see the rest of the ending cutscene, play the DLC for yourself or go watch my other stream. Because we've got an objective for this stream and we need to go do it. Whenever they, I don't know if I can actually skip the credits, so let me skip them. There we go. Okay. Let's go get the CD we need, huh? I did it again. I called it a CD again. Can you believe that shit? I'm showing my age by calling it a CD instead of a vinyl. So I'm exposing that I'm a child. That young, but I'm young enough that I grew up on CDs and not vinyls, I guess is the reveal. Although I feel like I've probably made that relatively obvious before. Okay, let's switch outfits back. Let's change into the gold, the crown of the trophy. And I'll do all these other things some other time, on my own time. If I load back into this game again, instead of just playing a bunch of Monster Hunter. I've been playing so much Monster Hunter. I should be playing Night Rain to do the Everdark bosses, but like I don't know, I don't want to right now. I want to play Monster Hunter. I'm having so much fun with the new title update. And also I want to get back to streaming, which hopefully I will be soon. Dark Souls 3 maybe very soon. I also am just now noticing something. Hold on a second. Let me I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, sorry for that. Sort of anticlimactic. I was, before, I had changed the charger with something that causes the computer to keep running. And when I got back here, I tested out the charger that I thought was broken, and it worked. And so I assumed that it was working, and then I noticed down in the bottom corner of the screen that it was not charging anything, and so the computer was about to turn off in the middle of the stream right before we got the freaking thing done. And I had to jump around and run around all over the place to find the cords that had been packed in places. Sort of a sad anticlimactic end to this whole thing is... Okay, let's go.
Hey! Over here! Nice to see you again.
I never
want to take a look? It's a new
nice loot.
Fascination. Go back to the hotel. And we hope that it doesn't automatically pick that one out of the random choices, and then I get the trophy without me manually pressing the button, because that would be kind of sad. But it would be kind of funny, so. Happen? Alright. Fascination. And this should cause it to proc. There it is. And just like that. 50. I'll let this song play out. And then I will talk a little bit about getting 50 out of my own experience with it, and then we'll be done with this short story. And I'm so glad it was Lies of P that was the game that this was. I'm so glad that, you know, I guess it's sort of a weird twist of fate that 2 years ago when I played this game originally, I messed up one quest line, and so I wouldn't have been able to get all the vinyl in 2 playthroughs. And so I decided I would come back to platinum it later. And then for the DLC to come out during the time of my life that it did, and the messaging and the theming and the story of this game and about being human and about changing fate and all that stuff has been so poignant, I think. Which is exciting. And then I'll go look at some of the platinums to look at some that are maybe worth note or fun to talk about. A little bit of a reflection on the past approximately 8 years of me on and off trophy hunting. I wouldn't really say I've been dedicated to it over 8 years, but it feels, I don't know, maybe it's silly to say that a game can be something special like that. And getting numbers in a video game is interesting in that sort of way, but you know my opinion on those things. So let me come over here to the trophy menu. Let's come all the way down to the bottom. I guess I'm gonna dox the games I've played. Big whoop. All the way down to the very first one, which was Persona 5, almost 8 years ago, where I came back to play this game after a friend of mine had platinumed it, after I got him into it, and I thought that I would never be able to platinum it, and then he did it, and then that pushed me to start and to try. And I'm trying to remember whatever the last thing was that we had to do for it, because I did most of it, I did most of it at the time. It was completing the compendium. I think I just didn't have the will to do the compendium, and I thought that would be too much of a challenge, and it wasn't, you know? And then Nier doesn't really count, because, I mean, you know, if you know how this game's trophies work, you can buy them all in the endgame. And then after that was Bloodborne, which is where I fell in love with the Souls series, and then that comes back full circle now. God, and that was almost 7 years ago now, too. And then we sort of moved through some of the easy ones, like the Persona dancing games, Sekiro, which was a fun one. I mean, I played all 4 playthroughs of Sekiro for this platinum, and I haven't touched it since in 5 years, or 6 years now, Jesus. Code Vein, which is a game I wanted to platinum, but I did everything except for, what trophy is it? Not that one. The view every ending is easy. It was because of this one, the Raise Your Reputation as a Companion to Rank 30, which is the multiplayer trophy. And the only way to do it not in multiplayer involved doing one really boring mini-boss like 500 times in a row, and I said, I'm not doing that. Indivisible, a favorite game of mine that unfortunately never got to see all of its content release. Absolutely stellar game. More Persona stuff. BB Tag, which I came back to way later to platinum. You can see I came back 2 years later to platinum because I realized I was only missing like 1 trophy. So I came back and I platinumed it. 13 Sentinels, one of my favorite games of all time. Very easy platinum. You just beat the game, basically. The Yakuza series, which has a lot of difficult trophies in most of these, although some of the more recent ones we have done. And attempting to do all the Persona platinums, although eventually I gave up on a certain game, which I'll point out. Melody of Memory, the only Kingdom Hearts one I have, in which the final trophy involved just doing One Winged Angel like 50 times or something. Yu-Gi-Oh! My beloved. Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, a favorite of mine, another very easy platinum. Hades, this was one of the most fun ones to do. Because it just meant playing so much of the game and seeing every little inch of it. It was such a... It's almost like a sort of... Almost like a classic style achievements of like just getting to see every nook and cranny of the game, you know. Elden Ring, which was a fun one. This is the Persona game that stopped me from doing it. And you'll see I did the hard part, which was I did all of the trophies for the Golden Arena. I think it's the... Was it the Golden Arena? Or is it... It's the, like, the weird RPG mode that this game has. I think it's the Golden Arena. That I spent, like, a ton of time on. And then I just never had the will to grind all the online stuff that I would have to do because I was so bad at the game against real people. The AI games, amazing games, love them. Very excited for the new one that's coming out. Bug Snacks, which is a really fun platinum. My most rare platinum that I have, which is the Multiversus Beta platinum. 0.1% of players who played the game have it, and now it's not even available. You can't get this trophy anymore because this game isn't available, and that's including this was already unavailable, and then the newer set is now also unavailable, which I don't have. Miles Morales, Superliminal, which was a fun one because it involved learning a bit of the speed run, which was cool. Tactica, which was a fun one, although the last trophy was a little boring, if I remember whatever it was. Infinite Wealth was a fun platinum, because I love that game. Reload, another Persona platinum. I forget, Rebirth I considered platinuming, but I decided against it. Hades on the PS5, which I had started working towards the platinum, and may one day do. Star Rail, one of my weaker moments, where I got the Star Rail Platinum, although it was from... I think I was missing, like, 1 trophy when it came to PS5. I had gotten, like, almost all of these achievements already on the mobile version. I have since stopped playing the game, and I will never go back. Elden Ring again. Another Crab's Treasure, another Souls-like, Platinum. And then around here, you can see when I got into One Piece... This is a few months after I got into One Piece, and I did Pirate Warriors 3. Once I had gotten to the point where there was no spoilers left, so it was past I had gotten past Dressrosa, I started playing this game. Pirate Warriors 4, which was after I got through Wano, and I started playing this. I think Pirate Warriors 3 was a more fun platinum, although Pirate Warriors 4 was easier. Wavetail was the game that I tested out streaming on, the unlisted video to test if my streaming software even worked. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, which I came back to 2 years later and did very recently, was a nice one. And then we move up to our final one, which we did today, because we became a real boy and got our 50th platinum. And we're close on a couple others. Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm missing 2 trophies, barely missing them. But I have not had to really grind it out. The reason I went for the Lies of P as the 50 was because it was something that didn't involve mindless grinding and RNG, which is involved with both the missing trophies for Wilds and Night Rain. And so I was more interested in it being something that it felt like I was achieving. And I think that this game came back into public consciousness at just the right time. Anyways, I think that's all I had for today's stream. I don't really want to stream any Monster Hunter, as fun as it sounds. So I am going to probably end the stream there. It's a bit of a short one, but I had my one goal, and I achieved that one goal. Here's to 50 more? I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But, you know, exciting nonetheless. And we beat Arlecchino pretty easily, which made me feel happy. So, thanks for hanging out. That's 50 platinums. Dark Souls 3 will be back soon. Probably tomorrow. Don't hold me to that, though, because I am notoriously bad with Dark Souls 3 about being on a schedule. We played it like 3 times over 3 weeks. But I really want to get to Expedition 33, so Dark Souls 3 should be back soon. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. Be good to yourselves, and don't you dare go hollow.